Hello friends, it's Mike, your Wood River Valley real estate agent. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out here at one of my favorite trailheads. That's Greenhorn Gulch. And mountain bike season is in full effect here in Sun Valley. And I thought I'd take some time to make a quick video about e-biking. As the e-bike debate continues, it's pretty evident that they're not going anywhere because they're pretty awesome. Unfortunately, I'm not on an e-bike today, but I've been fortunate enough to go on many e-bike rides around the valley, so I thought I'd share a few tips how to find out what trails are e-bike friendly, go over the different classes of e-bike, and if you stick around till the end, I'll share a few of my favorite e-bikeable mountain bike rides here in the valley. So thanks for watching. Stick around. Let's dive into it. All right, so taking a quick look at the different classes of e-bikes. For those of you who might not be familiar, there are 3 different classes of electric bikes. Class 1 is pedal assist without a throttle and a max assisted speed of 20 miles per hour. With class 2, you're going to find also pedal assist, but these ones have a throttle, but also a max assisted speed of 20 miles per hour. And class 3 is pedal assist only, but it does have a max assisted speed of 28 miles per hour. So generally, when you're out and about mountain biking, most mountain bike e-bikes are going to be class 1, while class 2 and 3 you're going to see more commuter kind of pavement style bikes, stuff you'll see on the bike path. Class 2 and 3 are great if you're commuting from, say, Haley up to Sun Valley for work. All right, so that's a quick overview of the 3 classes of electric bikes. Now let's have a look at where you exactly can ride these electric bikes. So if you're looking for some information on any trails in the area, not just whether or not they're e-bikeable, a great resource is bcrd.org. So that's Blaine County Recreation District.org. And from there you can go to the Summer Trails link. And here they've got tons of information on all the local trails. They've got updates on where the sheep herds are, closures for trails, updates on trails, all sorts of good information. And as you scroll down, you can kind of see all the trails are divided into their geographical location on this great chart. You can see what the status is, if they're open or closed. This is a great place to come in the springtime when trails are starting to get cleared out and the snow's melting off. If you're curious if a trail is good to go, I always come here and check the status. But as you can also see, you can look at the difficulty of the trail. You can also see what kind of activities are allowed, and over here you've got whether or not e-biking is allowed. So pretty straightforward, really easy to tell if a trail that you're wanting to ride is accessible to e-bikes. Some of the more popular trails you can see Adams Gulch Citizens Trail. Unfortunately there are not much e-bike options there, but if you go, scroll down to the Greenhorn trailhead, and pretty much everything there is e-bike accessible. So now let's hop over into Trail Forks, and I'll share with you a couple of my favorite trails that you are allowed to e-bike on. So let's hop on over. All right, so here we are over in Trail Forks, and this is a great resource also to find out what kind of activities are allowed on certain trails. If it's outside of the BCRD, if you're in another state or anywhere, Trail Forks, you can always go and you just click on the trail, and up here you can see it lets you know what kind of activities are allowed on this particular trail. So here you can see that there is e-biking allowed, and this trail is just east of downtown Haley, and it's the Golden Hour Trail, which was just finished in the fall of 2025. It's a machine-built trail, but it's a lot of fun. They did a really good job. It's got a bunch of fun features, some fun jumps at the top, and some great bermed corners, and kind of keeps you on your toes. It's a lot of fun. So if you start from the Quigley Bike Park trailhead parking, It's about 7.5 miles. It's about 1,400 feet of vert. On my regular bike, it takes me about an hour to do. So, I mean, you could cut that way down on the e-bike. Probably even do it twice if you wanted. And yeah, it's just a great trail if you're looking for a quick, easy e-bike ride. I would highly recommend the Golden Hour Trail just outside of Haley. So as we head north to Mid-Valley, we've got the Greenhorn Trailhead. And as we saw on the BCRD site, all the trails in Greenhorn are accessible to e-bikes. There's a lot of great options here. From short little loops to all-day adventures, there's tons of options. My kind of go-to is the Greenhorn Imperial Loop. I like to go up Greenhorn and down Imperial, but there's also lots of people who prefer to go up Imperial and down Greenhorn. I don't think you can really go wrong with either direction. You know, it's just kind of a classic backcountry Idaho single track vibe. You know, once you get to the top, the views of the Pioneers are incredible. Always worth, you know, taking some time to hang out, have a snack, and enjoy the views. And, you know, the ride down's incredible. You've got some fast, flowy single track, bits of tech, you know, keeps you on your toes and is a blast pretty much the whole way down. So yeah, Mid-Valley e-bike ride, I would highly recommend Greenhorn to Imperial. All right, and for the third ride I'd recommend for e-biking in and around Sun Valley, and that's the classic Fisher Creek Loop. So just north of Ketchum on the other side of Galena in the Stanley Basin, you're going to find the Fisher Creek to Williams Creek Loop. And as you can see on the trail info here, it doesn't say e-biking, but there's kind of a rule of thumb that, you know, if you can dirt bike moto it, you can e-bike it, but the vice versa is not true. So just a little heads up there. But yeah, I think this is a great e-bike ride. You know, there's a little bit of shuttling on the road. I think most people prefer to park at the Williams Creek trailhead. And then you take the highway down and then up Fisher Creek, which is just a 2-track dirt road anyways. And then once you get into Williams Creek is where the single track and the fun starts. You go through some really cool burn sections at the top with a little bit more climbing into some really fun, fast, flowy downhills. It's definitely one of my favorite rides in the area, and I would highly recommend if you have the chance to do it on an e-bike or even a regular bike for that matter. But if you're looking for a classic ride that you're allowed to e-bike on, I would put this near the top of your list.
All right, so made it up to the top of beautiful Imperial Gulch. The views up here are absolutely incredible. I would highly recommend getting up here to check them out by whatever means you choose. And should that means be an e-bike, hopefully this video helped you answer any questions you might have about e-biking in Sun Valley. And of course, if you're thinking about making Sun Valley your home or perhaps your next investment, please reach out. I'm here to help. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll catch you on the next video.